Hi, I'm Wayne Allyn for RootForAmerica.com, and I have a message for my fellow Republicans. If you don't vote for Donald Trump, you should never be trusted again. I keep hearing cruise conservatives dissing Donald Trump. I keep seeing the idiotic slogan, Never Trump. I have a message for all of you. Stop your whining and childish hissy fits. Stop the distortions of Trump's record. Of course, Trump is better than Hillary. Of course, all Republicans need to unite behind Donald Trump. Of course, he's a conservative. I'll prove it to you. I'm one of you. I'm a true blue, lifelong conservative patriot. I've been a cruise conservative my entire life, except in my day it was called Reagan conservative. My conservative credentials cannot be challenged. My parents were among the founders of the famous New York State Conservative Party. My political career began at the age of 3, handing out literature for my hero, Barry Goldwater. I spent my youth working on political campaigns for victorious conservative heroes like U.S. Senator James Buckley, U.S. Senator Alphonse D'Amato, and President Ronald Reagan. I represented Reagan in the campus presidential debate at Columbia University. I've sacrificed my TV career being an outspoken conservative in Hollywood. My conservative beliefs have cost me millions of dollars. Enough credentials and credibility for you? So are you ready for my takeaway on all of this? Number one, Donald Trump isn't just conservative. On important issues, he's the most conservative presidential candidate since Ronald Reagan. More on that in a minute. Number two, Trump is the perfect candidate to lead the conservative movement. Number three, Trump is our generation's Ronald Reagan. How do I come to these conclusions? Well, I'll tell you how I came to them. It's simple. First, remember the famous saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend? Please stop saying Trump isn't a conservative. He may not be a pure or perfect conservative based on your definition, but his views on the important issues of our day drive liberals into fits of rage and insanity. Being Jewish myself, Ivy League educated, and in the television and entertainment industries my whole adult life, I know a thing or two about liberals. I've spent my whole life in liberal circles: Manhattan, Malibu, California, Hollywood, Columbia, and Harvard. The last person I saw despised this much by liberals was named Ronald Reagan. The similarities are remarkable. My hero Reagan drove liberals batty. He drove them into fits of apoplectic rage. Today I see the same exact reaction to Trump. Liberals hate Trump with such rage, such ferocity, that they want to hurt him. They want to ruin him. They even, some of them, want to assassinate him. Or haven't you seen the thousands of online and social media comments from liberals hoping Trump gets shot? Or haven't you seen the cemetery headstone, "Rest in peace, Donald Trump," put up in New York Central Park? Liberals call Trump the same names and descriptions they used to call Reagan. They say he's an intellectual lightweight, clown, racist, extreme, stupid, ignorant, unqualified to be president, and of course, we could never allow his finger near the nuclear button. Don't forget Hitler and Nazi, the exact same words that my ultra-liberal classmates at Columbia University used to describe Ronald Reagan. So I ask you, fellow conservatives, isn't this a good sign? Shouldn't you like the guy that liberals hate? If they think Trump's a terrible person and bad for America, shouldn't you embrace him? If liberals despise Trump so much they're threatening to leave for Canada, shouldn't we all thank God for Trump and offer to pay for their plane tickets? The enemy of my enemy is definitely my friend. You may think Trump is not a conservative, but liberals are certain he's a conservative. They're certain he's their enemy. They're certain he's the worst thing since Reagan. That makes Trump my hero. That makes Trump one of my favorite conservative candidates of all time. Secondly, I agree Trump is not a pure or traditional conservative. That's why he can win this election versus Hillary Clinton. Again, this is where Trump intersects with Reagan. Reagan was an entertainer, showman, and communicator, more than a conservative. Trump is the perfect mix to win this election. Entertainer, showman, businessman, celebrity, reality TV star, and our very own American Idol. He's exactly what the doctor ordered for conservatives and conservatism. A pure conservative position on every issue is never going to win national elections in today's America. We need a conservative mixed with populist, mixed with economic nationalist, always America first, presented in a fun, entertaining way, and that's Trump. Lastly, we come to issues. I care about 7 of them above all else. And remember, I'm Mr. Conservative. These are the 7 issues that can instantly save America, capitalism, the U.S. economy, and the middle class. Everything and anything else is a distraction. All the other issues have got to be on the back burner. On these 7 issues, Trump is as conservative as any candidate in modern history. These are the 7 issues that matter above all others to this conservative and capitalist evangelist. Number 1, taxes. Trump's flat tax plan lowers tax rates even lower than my hero Reagan. Fantastic. Conservative. Regulations. As a businessman, I think regulations are even worse than taxes. Our entire economy and middle-class jobs, they've all been decimated by Obama's regulations. Trump is a businessman. He hates regulations. He will dramatically reduce and cut regulations and regulatory agencies, preferably the EPA, in order to get the economy moving again. Fantastic. Conservative. Number 3, Obamacare. Trump wants to repeal and replace Obamacare and give Americans more health freedom. Fantastic. Doesn't that pass the conservative test? Of course it does. Number 4, build the wall, secure the border, and end sanctuary cities. Music to my ears. Need I say more? This is Trump's signature issue. His views on illegal immigration define perfection if you're a conservative. If he does nothing as president but stop the flow of illegal immigration, he'll be remembered as an American hero. Just this one point could save the American economy from bankruptcy, ruin, and crippling debt crisis. Fantastic. Conservative. Number 5, stop the insanity of allowing in thousands of Syrian refugees and Muslim migrants. Why is this so important? So that we don't become the EU, bankrupt, suffering crime and rape epidemics, and experiencing nonstop terrorist attacks. This view isn't just conservative, it's common sense and self-preservation. Fantastic. It passes the conservative test with flying colors. Number 6, always America first. Every single policy, domestic, foreign, trade, immigration, should all be based on what's best for America. American citizens, American taxpayers, and American jobs. I've waited my whole life to hear these words come out of a potential president's mouth. The only job of an American president is to take care of America first, second, third, and forever. How can you get more patriotic or conservative than that? Fantastic. Passes the conservative test. And number 7, last, investigate and prosecute politicians who commit crimes against the American people. What if the only thing Trump accomplishes is clean up the D.C. cesspool, hold politicians accountable, bring criminals to justice? What if he sends Hillary to prison for her crimes? What if he prosecutes top IRS officials who targeted and persecuted conservatives? What if he prosecutes Obama's bundler, John Corzine? What if he prosecutes everyone involved with the fraud of Obamacare? You mean that alone isn't worth the price of admission? Pass the popcorn. Fantastic. Conservative. Yes, folks, Donald Trump is a conservative. Not a pure or perfect conservative, but on the issues that count most, he'll be the most conservative president since Ronald Reagan. How can I be so sure? Just mention Trump's name to any liberal and watch their reaction. So yes, I have a message for all Republicans and conservatives. Stop listening to the whiners, complainers, and sore losers. Stop listening to establishment big shots angry that GOP voters told them to shove it where the sun don't shine. Stop listening to consultants, strategists, lobbyists, and donors angry that Trump has left them out of the game. He's not paying them. Listen to me carefully, my fellow Republicans. If you don't vote for Trump, you should never be trusted again. I'm Wayne Allyn for Root for America. God bless America.